What's going on, fam? Blaze Blackwell here with the latest scoop on the Donald Trump hush money case. Y'all already know this trial has been one for the history books, but the drama is far from over. After marathon deliberations, a Manhattan jury hit Trump with 34 felony counts for cooking the books to cover up that shady $130,000 payment to porn star Stormy Daniels back in 2016. The former president ain't happy, calling the whole thing a disgrace and claiming he's an innocent man. Play the clip.
Thank you very much, everybody. This is a case where if they can do this to me, they can do this to anyone. These are bad people. These are, in many cases, I believe, sick people. When you look at our country, what's happening where millions and millions of people are flowing in from all parts of the world, not just South America, from Africa, from Asia, from the Middle East. And they're coming in from jails and prisons, and they're coming in from mental institutions.
As soon as the guilty verdicts dropped, the political battle lines were drawn. Democrats and anti-Trump Republicans were celebrating, saying justice was served, while Trump's hardcore base was fuming, vowing revenge against what they see as a political persecution. Slams DA and judge. Once again, Donald Trump is claiming to be the victim in the aftermath of his historic conviction. In a recent statement, the former president lashed out at Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, calling him a failed prosecutor. Trump also took aim at Judge Juan Merchan, labeling him as conflicted without providing any specific details. Trump cited a gag order imposed by Merchan earlier in the trial, which prevented him from commenting publicly about witnesses, jurors, court staff, attorneys, excluding Bragg, and their family members. However, the gag order did not explicitly prohibit Trump from discussing Merchan himself. "I'm not allowed to talk about it," Trump said, referring to the perceived conflict involving Merchan. "There has never been anyone so conflicted as this." Despite the gag order, Trump violated it on 10 separate occasions during the trial, resulting in $10,000 in fines and prompting Merchan to threaten him with jail time for his repeated disregard for the court's instructions. So seems like Trump never had a problem before with the gag order. Now, the big question on everyone's mind is whether Trump might be headed to the slammer. The judge set sentencing for July 11th, just days before the Republicans are supposed to officially nominate him for president again. Some legal experts are saying he might dodge prison time due to his age, lack of a criminal record, and other factors. But others ain't ruling out the possibility of him getting locked up. Trump claims he wanted to testify, but didn't want to risk perjuring himself. He even tried to justify it by saying even George Washington wouldn't have testified on his own behalf. Wild, right? And you already know Trump had to take some shots at his former lawyer, Michael Cohen, who was a key witness against him. Trump called Cohen a sleazebag, but he couldn't even say his name directly because of that gag order the judge slapped on him. Speaking of the judge, Trump is claiming he was conflicted and calling out Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg as a failed prosecutor. He couldn't go into details about the judge's supposed conflict because of that gag order, but we all know Trump and his crew have been going after the judge for a $15 donation he made to Biden's campaign, and the fact that the judge's daughter worked with a Democratic-aligned group. Trump even violated that gag order 10 times during the trial, racking up $10,000 in fines and almost getting himself thrown in jail for contempt of court. But of course, Trump is playing the victim card once again, claiming this whole thing is a rigged system and that if they can do this to me, they can do this to anyone. He even tried to say the case was unfair because he didn't poll well in the area. Can you believe that? In other news, it looks like one of Trump's biggest supporters in Congress, Lauren Boebert, might be in trouble. A new poll commissioned by her potential Democratic rival, Ike McCorkle, shows Boebert trailing by a whopping 14 points in a hypothetical matchup for Colorado's 4th congressional district. The survey found McCorkle, a former Marine, would get 43% of the vote compared to just 27% for Boebert, with a third of voters still undecided. Boebert, who currently represents Colorado's 3rd District, announced she wanted to run in the 4th District after Republican Ken Buck decided not to seek re-election. Critics say she's worried about losing her current seat after barely beating Democrat Adam Frisch by 500 votes in 2022. Looks like Boebert's sycophantic support for Trump and her history of courting controversy might be catching up to her. Remember when she got kicked out of a Beetlejuice musical performance for being disruptive? Yikes. The Lincoln Project ain't playing around. They know Trump is a clear and present danger to American democracy, and they're using their platform to expose his lies and hold him accountable. These Republicans have put country over party, and they're not afraid to call out the MAGA cult for their undemocratic behavior. Meanwhile, Trump's out here acting like he's running for class president instead of the highest office in the land. Dude wants people to vote for him based on vibes alone, with no concrete policy proposals or vision for the country. We all know that's a recipe for disaster. The contrast between Biden's steady leadership and Trump's chaos couldn't be starker. While the president is focused on rebuilding America's standing on the world stage and delivering real results for working families, Trump is stuck in a perpetual cycle of legal troubles and self-victimization. And let's not even get started on the dangerous rhetoric coming from groups like Project 2025. Their extreme MAGA agenda would set this country back decades, and we definitely can't have any parts of that nonsense. At the end of the day, the Lincoln Project understands that Trump is a threat to the very foundations of American democracy. That's why they're using their voices and resources to fight back against his lies and hold him accountable. So kudos to them for standing up for what's right. Even when it means going against their own party, we need more people willing to put country over party and call out the MAGA cult's undemocratic behavior. Stay alert, fam. The fight for democracy is far from over, but with groups like the Lincoln Project leading the charge, there's still hope. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more truth bombs from your boy Blackwell and Urban Uproar TV.